I mean, if I showed you this thing and asked you what it was, what would you say? Probably a desk clock or something, right? Well, it's actually a dongle, like a mouse dongle. It's for this mouse right here, called the Teevolution Terra. It's a rather new brand, but they're trying to create a modernized approach to the Logitech G703. The G703's form was apparently extremely popular among gamers because it was super ergonomic, but as time passes, better technology comes along, and G703 was eventually discontinued because, well, it just couldn't keep up. There were newer gaming mice with better sensors and faster polling rates, so that was eventually discontinued until people started making these type of mice which are inspired by that design. Spec-wise, this Terra mouse is fully decked out. This is the Terra Pro, I believe, and it's a special edition on top of that where you get this pouch with some extra goodies inside. I've never seen a mouse that comes with collectible cards or some sort. These are like really high quality laminated cards. Does anyone really collect these? I'm not really sure, but I guess the brand is trying to build some sort of a memorabilia here. You also get this newer design for those grippy stickers which you can install on this thing for better control, because the stock matte finish can be a bit slippery for some people. Even without this special edition thing, in the standard box you do get the same stickers, albeit with a more toned down design. Black on white is not a good combo. Whoa. I mean the sticker. Now this dongle screen thingy isn't just for looks, it also allows this mouse to have 8000 Hz polling rate. That's a pretty high-end spec in this price, although not entirely unheard of. I do recall a mouse from Epomaker which has very similar specs. I think it has the same PAW sensor and it has the same 8000 Hz polling rate support for a slightly lesser price, although that probably doesn't have this fancy screen on your dongle. Come on. This thing can boost your gaming performance by 69%. That's a fact. I mean, I really tried to wonder what might be the use case for a display on your dongle, because I mean it's pretty small. When you keep it on your table you can't really notice it that clearly, and even if you can notice it, wouldn't you be locked in on your gaming session on your monitor? Like, wouldn't it be more helpful to have a floating widget on your screen itself than to have a separate screen? Maybe I'm missing the point here because I'm not a gamer, but this doesn't seem like a practical feature to me. It's more of a conversation starter when someone looks at your desk and says, "Hey, what's that?" I think that's about it. Like, this doesn't do anything other than show you the information which you might already know. And you can see the same information in the software itself, so I don't know. I mean, you need this for the 8K polling rate because it's a dongle, but yeah, the display part is, I'm not sold on that. Talking about the mouse itself, I mean, it's only 49 grams, so it's super lightweight. It has that large G703 design, which means it's ergonomic for many people. And even though I don't use gaming mice, after using this for a while, when I went back to my Logitech MX Master 3S, it felt heavy. I mean, the Master 3S is a well-regarded, comfortable mouse, but this thing made it seem bulkier. Because, well, it literally is bulkier. While 49 grams isn't anything to boast about, like we have seen the same gram rating in a much more budget-friendly mouse. I believe it was the Creo Pegasus, right? So it's not like a jaw-dropping achievement that I've never seen before, but the Terra mouse gets so many things right that you can't really be mad at it. You know what I mean? Like, it's an 8 out of 10 in almost every category. It has a super high-end sensor, really high polling rate, lightweight, easy to use, although the battery could be a bit bigger. The Epomaker mouse that I mentioned has a much larger battery capacity than this one, so that would be one of my feedback to the Teevolution team. If you could make the batteries bigger, that would be nicer. Although I suppose you are going for the lowest weight possible. Like, this thing is much lighter, I think almost 10 grams lighter than that Epomaker mouse I mentioned. And in these type of accessories, weight really does make a big difference, so I suppose that's a plus here. So all things considered, who is this for? I'm not going to talk much about the sensor and the performance because it was as expected. The switches are optical, they performed really well. I didn't have any issues with this, except for the battery that I mentioned, which I wish was a little bit bigger. Now I do want to note, when I was testing out the 8K polling rate, I just went to some of these mouse testing sites and I only got about a maximum of 3000 Hz, not 8000 Hz. I heard somewhere that browsers may have some polling rate limitations, so I did try to disable any frame rate limits or any like VSync stuff on Chrome, but that didn't seem to help. It actually made things worse. One testing site did go up to the 7500 Hz, but I think an offline tool, which is like a dedicated software running on your PC, may recognize this better. Because I sat there just wiggling this mouse at 11 p.m. on a Wednesday night, like a normal person, but I didn't really detect 8K polling rate on any like online tools. But worry not, there are experts who have already covered this mouse, like this review from Tech Power Up. They go in great detail about all the technical specs, the performance. They even talk about build quality and everything. So I'll link that review down there. If you want more technical details, please check them out. But in my use case, I didn't really encounter any crippling issues with this. This is actually really good. Aside from that battery life constraint that I mentioned, especially when using that 8K Hz polling rate, this thing is solid. So who is this for? I mean, it's like a solid mouse that gets all the fundamentals right. Well, the obvious answer that I understood was that this is for those, who absolutely worshipped the Logitech G703's form, but wanted something more modern because obviously that mouse is ancient now. Well, this thing's your answer. It's the same familiar form with all the modern tech you could ask for. And even if you haven't used the G703 before, well, this is your chance. You'll get that same feeling with modern tech. You don't have to use that outdated mouse anymore for the sake of nostalgia. Even though Teevolution is a pretty small brand, I do see genuine dedication here. Like, I see that they're seriously trying to make something. And I want to give them that recognition. I always try to support smaller brands because the more competition we have in the market, it's better for us, you and me, consumers. We'll get really nice stuff like this for reasonable prices, the likes of which bigger brands will not give us. Anyway, that was my take on the Teevolution Terra Pro. It's a really solid mouse. If you're considering a large but lightweight gaming mouse, you can absolutely pick this one up. Even though I'm not a gaming mouse testing expert, I'm pretty confident that at this price, it'll give you a no compromise experience. Plus, you'll be supporting a smaller brand, enabling them to create more of what we actually want. That's a win-win, isn't it?